Today, I'm heading outside the bubble, formerly known as the Villages, Florida, on a little bit of exploring to the Bushnell train station and museum. Now, I've heard about this for a while now and seen it advertised in the Daily Sun, but I thought this is a great day to take a trip down there and find out exactly what it's all about. Don't be afraid, we're going outside the bubble. Come join me. Let's get started. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Rusty Nelson down here and I'm outside the bubble, and I've got a little bit of a treat because I've got with me
Craig.
Craig?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to do more than that for me, right? And Craig is?
Well, I'm the president of the Gulf Coast and Central Florida Railway here at Bushnell Station. And we started this 5 years ago, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
When I walked in, I really was kind of surprised.
Well, yeah, and in fact, what happened was the first year we were open, I had a young couple from the Villages, and young by our standards, but they left, and before they left, I said to the woman, I said, "Did we meet your expectations?" And she said, "Not really." And I said, "Well, why is that?" And she said, "You need more trains." So at that point, we had, I think, 8 trains running at one time of different scales. And she was the kick in my rear that got us going. And we now have over 40 trains running at one time.
Wow.
And before we had 5,000 square foot of displays. Now we have 12,000 square foot. And we're just getting ready to build another 7,000 square foot building.
And when does that start?
We hope to pour concrete next month. We've applied for the permit. We've gotten approval from the zoning and all the others from the county. We applied for our building permit for the shell yesterday.
This is incredible. So definitely, in case I forget, I definitely want to say, you know, if you're up in the Villages, you don't have to be a grandkid to come here, but this is a great treat for the kids to come to. And we're only like half an hour or so outside of the southern part of the Villages. But let me ask you a question. Where did this start? There had to be like that flash for a second before the insanity started.
Behind you, you'll see this G-scale collection that I started about 25 years ago.
Wow.
And it kind of got out of control. And it's one of the largest private collections of G-scale in the United States.
Really?
And my grandson came to me one day and he said, "Why don't you get these out of your storage facility that's air conditioned and put it where people can enjoy it?" So I talked to my real estate broker and I said, "I need a building where I can display some trains." So I live in Claremont, but he found this was a church, and he asked if I would want to go take a look at it. And I said, "Well, it's in the middle of nowhere." And he said, "I know." And I came here and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It was a church that the pastor had passed away and his wife had passed away, and it was no longer a functioning facility. So this was right at COVID.
Wow.
So
this has really grown in a short period of time.
When we first started, we just had this one area right here, which is where we're standing, is actually in the sanctuary of the old church. And we only had 7 trains running at that point when we first opened.
Really? Now, we're going to get to see the rest of this, but there's also an outside to this too. And when did you lay those tracks?
At the exact same time, we did the outside. I didn't want us to be just a model train.
Right.
I wanted it to be a destination where you could come, you could sit down and enjoy a hot dog and a soda in our concession stand and go outside and ride the train. And the trains, there's no age restriction except for you have to be at least 1. But we've had a 99-year-old gentleman on it a couple of weeks ago. So there's no, the adults seem to enjoy it just as much as the kids.
This is great. Now, just for now, and just remember these things change. What are the hours?
Right now, we're open Saturday only from 10 to 4. And that's because we're a nonprofit.
Right.
And we have no payroll. So we basically live on the small admission that we charge in donation.
So please remember that when you venture here.
I'm sure it'll be greatly appreciated. Now, does that change those times through the year, or?
Well, yes, actually in October and in December, we're open Friday and Saturday night as well. We have the Track or Treat in October, every Friday and Saturday night in October. And then in December, we have our Holiday Express every Friday and Saturday night, and that's from 6 to 9.
That sounds fun.
And that has thousands of lights.
Yeah, great.
It's great.
Well, I'm sure you bring a lot of joy to a lot of people with this, because I walked through the door and I went, okay, this is a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's very great. I'm going to go wander around, and he's probably going to get back to work. So I want to thanks a lot for.
You're very welcome.
I know you didn't want to do this at first, but I tugged at him to get him out here. But
Not a problem.
thanks a lot. And right now, I'm just going to show you. It doesn't end. It's crazy. And like you said to me, not all these boxes are empty either. So let's go ahead and explore. You may have recognized this man, and that's from up in the Villages, because
Joel Best,
and
I'm the
you
president
are
of the Village Model Railroad Club.
Yeah, so probably a lot of you have seen the show up there. A couple
Yep.
shows, the sales show, and then the
We have 4
other show?
shows a year, and then we have a Camp Villages show that's coming up in July. We set up on Sunday, July 12th, and we're there for 3 days, 13th, 14th, and 15th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
And which center's that?
at the Savannah Center. And it's the largest Camp Villages show that we've had. We were in 3 rooms. The Villages have given us all 4 rooms.
Wow.
So all of the rooms at the Savannah Center will have trains. We have a wooden train for the kids. We have scavenger hunt.
Great. Thanks a lot. Fun
Okay,
meeting you.
thank
I
you,
know you're
Rusty.
off, but
Yeah.
we'll see you later. That's pretty fascinating. What is that? What is that?
That's a Z-scale train you can take on your trip with you. You just close up your briefcase, go to the airport, and sit there and open that up and watch 5,000 kids come around you.
Yeah. I am now. I've been set free to kind of walk around by myself. I don't want to show you the whole thing because there's just tons of stuff to see here, but I will show you kind of some fun things. This was actually donated out of an old museum train station museum kind of place that they were going to close up, and they donated to these guys. Now, this obviously deals with the circus, and this is just one area I'm going to show you. This is such a tiny part of this, but there's just all this pushing buttons. Look at this, pretty incredible. All about the circus. It was donated from these folks right here, the Hursts, and the detail on this is it's amazing. I mean, even if you're just a modeler, that type of thing, I think this would be a great place to. It's like this could be a miniature movie set type of thing. The jungle back here with lightning. They have everything in all sizes. I want to give you an idea of how tiny this is. This is my finger. There's also a concession stand.
Yes,
right?
there is.
And
Best
someone, man.
hot dogs in town.
There you go. You heard it from the person that's in charge right there. And of course, you can get some stuff and donate.
Yes, we appreciate the donations.
Just when I thought it was over, he tells me, we still got another building. This is wild. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Look at this. I was just told I had to move over to the next seat.
Pursue this. And had I known how involved, at least about 5,500 square feet.
Now, here's a map of the whole layout. What you're looking at here are 2 modules, which are these 2 right here.
We hope a lot of people, not only in the
That's
Tampa Bay
2 out of 55.
So this whole layout, what we're looking at, that little blue area, is just this area right here. And if you come here, you got to sit in this far seat and look down there because the detail is incredible. And this is kind of nice too, having the whole kind of history of building it, right? Yeah. having some fun. This is kind of cool. Got kids that are absolutely going to love this. I've heard there's a lot of fun stuff during the holidays too. Definitely check their schedule and check their website. I'll put that down below. We're pulling into the Thomas the Tank Engine kind of area, a little railroad station where you can take pictures, and there's Thomas the Tank Engine over there. And you actually get a chance to step out. These trains.
These are, the one I'm driving is Percy. And the one my sister's driving is Thomas.
So
Really?
Where's Percy?
Green.
Percy's green?
Number Thomas is the #1 engine.
This is a pretty fun place, huh? Yeah, you betcha.
Look, Percy's now moving.
There you go. Both of you get a chance to run. Fun stuff for everybody.
I will not switch.
This place, this kind of unassuming place right behind me, Bushnell Station, I just got out of there and it was pretty amazing. Whether you're an adult wishing to be jarred back into your childhood, or you're around this area of Bushnell, it's great for the kids. I can't tell you how many kids I saw running around in there having a good time. And you know, I tried to get on the train when there wasn't a whole lot of people in there. There was actually a storm coming, and they ran the train out just to get us around. The amount of hours that has taken donations and money donations and volunteer time is pretty amazing. And it's all out of love for the whole train thing is pretty incredible. Now, like I said, this looks pretty unassuming back there, but I'm telling you what, it was huge. I only went into showed you 5%. I got a tour of the whole thing. Kind of silly to show you the whole thing, but if you're a train buff and you like that kind of stuff, if you're a modeler or you simply want to be a kid again or bring the grandkids, this is going to be a great place to go. Not expensive. Please, please, please donate to it to keep this running, because this is kind of one of those little treasures that you just don't think of that much. But anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll either see you in the villages inside the bubble, or I guess now outside the bubble on one of these little adventures, or I'll see you back here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.